Welcome back, Five Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, Five Aces here. Are you ready for sloppy seconds? Because that's what we're getting here. So, we've been granted an extension. I've scoured the internet and I've found out, thanks to, in no particular part, to comments, that there is an extra 2 more games in the series in the arc between Unano and Blackened. Let me tell you, this has been a series that has been neck on neck. So Unano has basically almost scored an upset. He right now he's behind 1-2, but that isn't due to a lack of trying, because game number 2 was extremely competitive and it looked like he had it in the bag until he hadn't. Until he threw it away, he tossed it away like a cat. You know, tossed it like a cat in a bag. Damn, that was such a close game. But here we are now in game number 4 between Unano and Blackened. And this is kind of a re-recording, not of this game, because I have not casted this game, but I accidentally, just 10 minutes ago, started game number 3 yet again and started casting it once more. You know, double casting, I guess. So kind of a little bit of fail fish here. Oh, the engineer from Blackened should be in a snipeable position. Unano does... Oh, he does not see the bar. He doesn't see the progress bar. And the derrick is being hosed down. Okay, that is going to be an extremely hotly Is he going for... Oh my goodness. Had he blown up the derrick, that would have been something. As it stands, he's still trading well. Unano's still doing his job. But the derrick does go over to Blackened. 2 rifles remaining. That is such a close neck-on-neck fight here. Anyway, so close but no cigar, and that's the anecdote Oh no! No anecdote sharing this time around. Dog got the stripe of veterancy for itself. You know, just getting to procure a shiny battlefield medal. I don't know what it's gonna do with it. Lick it? Lick it so it makes it more resilient to metal? I don't know how that works. Kind of inoculating yourself against... Oh no. No! No way! My goodness, that is so close. He's not building a rifle! Jeez Louise! That early game could scarcely have gone worse for Unano. This is probably the most highly ranked dog I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, not literally. In the campaign there are some, you know. Volkov and Shitskoi. This dog is now officially Shitskoi. If you've played the missions, you know. In the originals there are I think 2 or 3 Volkov missions. Oh my goodness, he almost got the leap off here as well thanks to the health boost. That dog was definitely a good boy. Gonna reside in good boy heaven together with Laika from the first spacefaring dog. So salute you there. Big salute. Alright, we were sharing 2 anecdotes, the one about close but no cigar. So in German class I did kind of talk to my students about proverbs, and we were looking up English proverbs, so we came up with close but no cigar. Oh, the Grenadiers! They connected onto the power plant, so that is going to be a little bit of retribution, but... Oh yeah! Oh my! Blackened is in low power and is going to be stuck there for a while. That actually did inflict some, not damage per se, but delay. Now he's banking money because he had the production capabilities literally halved. And yeah, okay, so tit for tat. And we found out, I didn't know that myself, that close but no cigar actually stems from fairs and markets where you basically were able to win cigars plenty of times. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the squad's just missing each other. And the other one was an anecdote that I wanted to share about my SATs, because I was then going on a tangent about interruptions. And then it came to my mind that my late grandmother, who passed away last year, God bless her soul, she was quite the character, and she was very overbearing. And then there was this one time, or so legendary, that she... basically, we had our SATs, that is the final exams for every Austrian student. It's called the Matura. Basically just the same as the SATs. You get to graduate and have a final test in every single subject, or you select a few, but you know the important ones are mandatory, like German and English. And German is a 5-hour slogfest. You just sit there for 5 hours and write texts upwards of 1,000 words. Basically like writing your college essays. Ooh, flamethrower for Blackened. Okay. But anyway. And during this 5-hour slogfest of an SAT, I'm sitting there. And there is external personnel there as well as our regular teachers. You know, state monitors, basically. And so they're just sitting there. We're sitting there and writing. And all of a sudden, there's a knock on the window. And we're like, what the hell? Our teacher opens the window. And in pops my grandma. And she's like, oh, my boy forgot his lunch. He forgot his lunchbox. So I'm just here to bring his lunchbox. And I was probably the alpha cringe moment of my life. Here I am writing my SATs, all focused. Everybody's just completely focused. And in comes my grandmother to deliver a lunchbox full of, I don't know what it was. Like slices of apple and buttered bread. It was the embarrassment of my lifetime, and ever since I think I've been inoculated against embarrassment. 3 flamers in this APC. They're probably going to go out eastward and try for a flank. Oh, this has been revealed. Really good scout. So what Blackened is doing here is a good idea. He's pretending that the APC doesn't contain a drop. You know, because sometimes you just do that to ward off against, you know, just shave off some scouts, send out your APC. He's doing it again. Radar-dome rush, sort of rush. He's on 2 bases this time around, though. So where does the economy land here? Oh my! Unano is quite ahead thanks to the delay that he had put on Blackened. Also, the army isn't that large, honestly. APC, oh, APC can't catch. They can't fire on the move. And thus the flag truck gets away scot-free. It's gonna be due for some repairs here. Damn, son. And there's an airfield out already. And with a couple well-targeted V2 shots. And Unano does have the V2 micro to make it work. This is looking kind of good for him. He also has army superiority, unless he loses it all in this all-in push here. Yeah, some of the forces being split off. But he knows this can't be the main force. He just knows. Yeah, Unano pulling back, letting the MCV die. There is a base push, but double airfield. I don't know about the double airfield. I would rather go for 1 airfield than the V2. Something that's really dangerous here. Unano doesn't have anything to defend on the left flank. But he has spotted the base push, and he's in a great spot to stop this now. All he needs is 1 or 2 V2s. He's broke now. Ooh. Nasty timing. Probably gonna lose. Oh, an harvester. No, not quite yet. Not quite yet. He does have line of sight advantage for now. But he's fighting without the V2s for now. Ooh. In goes the first Yak, and he has killed all the rocket soldiers. This has been a brilliant strafe. So, even without the V2, this is going to be a complete wipe, and maybe he can even chase after. Nah, never mind. Okay, he has been chased off on the left-hand side, but this base push has been thoroughly stopped. And in goes another... the Yak is just empty. It's just the first one. Does he see the Yak idling above him? I don't know. What's up with the name? Blackened? You okay, buddy? What's going on here? He just lost that for free. Oh, on the other side... MCV is also in peril, but that's not that scary of a push yet. Oh my goodness, he's in the eco lines of Blackened. Unano, you monster. You found the flank, you found the angle, and it is looking so good for him right now. His tanks are all kind of low, so but he's preparing another wide flank. And his target micro has been fantastic. GG, that is the 2-2 equalizer. What a series. Unano stepping up big time on the big stage here. This has just been an absolute schooling. What a terrible map is this? I don't know about that. It's just been a really well played game from Unano start to finish. And his target micro with the Yaks didn't even need the V2. He just had the Yaks to single out the rocket soldiers. That was just absolute textbook play. We're gonna be back with game number 5, so this has been a series and a half. See you right in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And for game number 5, the final, the decider, we're going to be finding ourselves on Champion. Let's bring it on. What an Aplanate map. Again, I've talked about this before. This looks like a map that has been made with a ruler. Looks like the... to be a little bit political and controversial, it looks like the board is being drawn in Africa, right? When the colonial powers were just carving out the lands and splitting them up equally among themselves. Drawing them with a ruler, and this map looks it looks like a StarCraft map too. Very competitive, minus the ramps. Very competitive, very balanced and fair, but no focus on aesthetics, let's put it that way. But Champion definitely has a couple good tactical, tactical boons here. For example, you do have these fields slowing down tank pushes, but that sometimes can also give you a false feeling of security and safety. Because you're like, okay, my opponent is not going to attack via this long flank, because they're just going to lose their army on retreat. Yeah, sometimes they don't care. Sometimes they just want that eco raid. And if you can set it up without the opponent noticing, then that's completely fine. Alright, so ref out for both, double ref for both, no surprise here. This time around it is Blackened as the Ukrainian forces, and Unano is going for the Brits. Which kind of makes sense. Man, game 4, Unano coming back after losing 2 engines to a single dog is just hilarious to me. This time around, the dog is probably going to just lead to a free Derrick. Scouting has been accomplished. The life of the first rifleman being traded away for the information that there is a base. Yes, it does have a barracks too. So, no cheese here. Oh no, he's going straight for the NG. NG not moving? Oh no, he's gonna get snacked. Gobbled up. There he is. And the dog does stay alive. So that is going to be a good early game for Blackened, sniping the engineer very early. He's now, obviously, thanks to the kennel, he's 6 seconds behind on the war factory timing, but that shouldn't matter, usually. He does have his own 2 Derricks, and he's hosing down the Derrick of Unano. So he's gonna be up a Derrick in just a second. All the objectives have been claimed though, so except the hospital, which isn't really an objective. It's a liability with a little bit of an added vision bonus, I guess. Just make it such that whenever an opponent destroys your hospital, they're gonna be sentenced to Den Haag for crimes against humanity. Sentenced in Den Haag for at least unjust cruelty, war crimes. Alright, the dog is sniffing around, but there is no second engineer coming here. It doesn't make sense to build one. Flak truck has been revealed, so it's probably going to be a light tank counter. No, just going for econ. That is a risky move because you know the flak truck's out. It can poke out your forces so easily. He's trying to find an angle to make the vision battle work for him. That is actually fairly good. Behind the Derrick, there is no way that Unano can, that Blackened can progress here, can advance. And in the meantime, he's got a sizable force in the middle as well. He's building 2 light tanks now. Probably in a holding pattern for his service depot. No, more barracks. 1 base play. Blackened, 0 base play. He is already not moving out with his MCV at all. Army superiority should now... It's so close. Should now be with Unano as well. Pelting the forces. Oh, gets the first rocket soldier. That's already so big. Light tank, chasing. Good spot for Unano. Really, really good spot. But the first heavy tank is coming online. This thing right now doesn't have a counter. He's trying to fight it. He thinks he has the superiority. But is that actually going to be the case? He needs to burst down that heavy tank, and he has managed to do so. My lord, the light tanks absolutely providing enough of a meat shield. This should be... Yeah, good lord. This should be a firm lead here for Unano over Blackened. 7k asset lead. How did that happen? Oh, the dog, by the way. Just getting snacked. Just getting breakfasted. Oh, is that gonna be the reverse throw? Let's see. Lots of units dying, but at the end of the day, the heavy tank is going down, and now there's no more rockets here, and those light tanks can run rings around the army. Oh boy. He did somehow capture the derrick in the middle of that engagement, but that's fine. Blackened is firmly on the back foot against those light tanks. He is struggling against the one base play. But more heavies are coming out. And there is a sort of expansion-ish play for Blackened, who probably doesn't have the time to wait. He somehow equalized the assets. The combat should have gone from bad to worse here. Yeah, light tanks going down. Army superiority still is going to be with Unano by a landslide too. And he's going for the econ hunt. So smart. I love what he's doing here. Blackened doesn't have the time. The setup though, he's going for a backstab. Oh, that is probably an overcommitment. With the army advancing now, I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like this is overzealous. Very much so. He is going to lose a harvester, to be fair. Or is he? Or is he? Ooh, okay. Ooh. So, at the end of the day, the army count is going to plummet, but there is no income for the time being on this side of the map for Blackened. Splitting off the forces, splitting off the light tanks. We've been talking about this flank before. Oh, there's going to be a big dip, by the way. Big green dip here. And more army is coming out. Income, 6 harvesters for Unano, 7 for Blackened. Cash, even. Assets, firmly in the hands of Blackened now, who has taken the lead. Man, has he thrown it away? Has this been one too many push? Has this been overzealous? I feel like he's stretching himself a bit thin here. Oh, 1 rocket soldier. Very nice. It's gonna start chipping away at those harvesters for free. Yeah, I feel like army superiority has kind of played a big role here. 5k lead now for Blackened. Yeah, just jumped up to 7. I don't know. I'm not sure if you want to fight this, my friend. There's just a little too much. Doesn't get the harvester either. This is a complete failure of a push. Oh god. Unano, did you give that away? Have you been too overzealous here? He's going for an MCV expansion as well. I feel like that's the worst timing. Oh god. Please don't tell me that this rocket soldier is going to get kills. Please no. Please. Try and crush it at least. Oh god, he's feeding more units into the meat grinder. This must be a defense here. It's not looking good anymore. After a stellar early game for Unano, he kind of just pissed it away. Just kind of just losing units willy-nilly. Basically for no gain. Low gain to no gain. There are so many tanks in the mix now. 8 heavies. And they're walling off the infantry from all sides. It's an infantry cluster. My goodness, the DPS is gonna be way too much. MCV probably being chased down. Or trucks just being completely obliterated. Dump trucks being disposed of. That's the way I would put it. And only 1 heavy has fallen so far. Traded for the entire army of Unano. Blackened, he has done it again. More army streaming into the middle from the north. And this is probably going to be game very, very soon. What a competitive series though. This has been absolutely fantastic. We're gonna have a triple harvester attempt once more. But it's probably all over but the crying. Right? Turret, not the right tool for the task. And with that, we are going to probably be having a game. Alright. Yep. The secondary army is just waiting for the backstab. Just lining him up perfectly. And that's gonna be the 1-2 knockout punch in a couple seconds. Yeah, Unano can no longer sustain this. He doesn't have the tech this time around either. So, unfortunate as it may be, he's gonna have to call quits in just a second. there is going to be the forces streaming on forward. The Soviet might. He's trying to take down the war factory, switching targets over to the army now. And what army are we speaking of? Not much left. G to the G. Base dismantled. Unano throwing away 2 games. He actually had the lead in all 5 games. No, in 4 out of 5 games. He lost 1 right off the early game, and then he had the lead in 4 out of 5, but 2 of whom he managed to somehow throw. Unfortunate, just Blackened finding those little windows where he was able to bounce back after here, even after a 6k, lead from Unano. What a fantastic series! Thank you for watching. I hope there's going to be more like this. We're going to be casting the second leg of the playoffs in just a couple of days. Until then, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.